Yo.
Who are you?
Right, mothers and fuckers of the jury.
Wow.
All right.
I'm here.
That's aggressive.
Very.
Come out strong.
I am present.
How you doing?
I'm fucking pissed off. But it's good.
Sorry, bro.
Do you need a second?
No, my second of sieving was soothed by alcohol at the bar while I was waiting. So, I assure you my rage will not be directed towards you.
It's not even rage. I was just wondered if you want a second to be home.
Yeah.
I have gotten cozy as shit. I've got the food I ordered an hour ago but couldn't eat because I was waiting for the fucking locksmith. So now, frog fry. Anyway, no, I'm good. Is everyone else ready?
Yeah, I'm in roll 20.
Alright. Gamers, friends, countrymen, welcome. Hello, food. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons, Odyssey of the Dragonlords. Who would like to do me the last time on?
I sure can't.
You should go for it.
Last time we sat around and talked more about how we could possibly not fuck up our pasts by doing the same thing we expected to happen.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I should not be the one to do this.
Good job. Nobody?
Did Roll
Anybody?
20 get updated?
It did.
Yeah, roll 20 got updated. Big ol' UI change.
Wow. Okay.
Alright.
Oh, look at all that.
Mm-hmm.
The heck? Why does it default to light mode? Ugh. Oh, it doesn't. Never mind.
You fool.
That's just the background of the map. Okay.
Yeah. Your eyes are now on fire.
Yep.
Are we missing anybody?
We're
You're
missing She said she was available. I don't know.
Dean, you should say that you're here.
Alright.
She's probably waiting for like someone to be like, hey, we're playing.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you wanna play some fucking dragon shit? Alright. Bye.
Oh.
Contact has been made.
With who? Oh, you called her?
Yeah.
Bro, who are you?
Wow.
Late as usual.
As usual.
As usual.
I was just quoting.
I
Lord
wasn't.
Rings.
I was working on an assignment.
An assignment?
Ooh.
Was it a top secret assignment?
No.
Oh.
I was I took this virtual like project management course. It's like a grad level course. And they were like, if you want to actually get credit for it, you can complete these 4 assignments. And I was like, I can do that. I have 3 months to do that. And now they're due on Sunday. And it's not done.
Procrastination is a...
So I was just conducting a risk assessment for a project.
Who's at risk?
The economy.
We're all at risk.
We're all at risk. Oh no! It was for...
What an assessment.
If you were a loved one and diagnosed with mesothelioma...
Hey, Kieran, I got your risk assessment. Yeah, what's the problem? It just says yes. Like,
what's the risk?
It reads like you're having a mental breakdown. Are you okay?
Yeah.
That's how I felt when I was typing out every possible risk. I was like, are we gonna die?
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
Sounds like the answer is yes. What are you doing?
It's just a project management class. He literally just said pick a project that you're working on and do a work breakdown structure and a risk assessment. I was like, oh, risk assessment? I'm doing summer programming? Easy. Sometimes the kids need a band-aid. And sometimes
They
you
don't.
lose a phone number for someone. And then I started typing out every possibility and I was like, someone's gonna die. We're all doomed.
You have to use like the fucking Matrix where it's like the risk of it actually happening comparative to like how dangerous it actually is. Like, child
Yeah.
gets lost. Probably gonna fucking happen. Is it actually that dangerous on an island?
The probability versus
Yes,
the impact
it's
of it.
super dangerous.
Incredibly
bit.
dangerous. However, plane crash, very deadly. Likelihood of happening at summer camp, unlikely. But you never know. Sometimes
You
things
never
will
know.
go
Yeah.
wrong. All right.
Don't say you never know. You're gonna make her anxious again.
Have you
She's gonna
considered
be-
the risks?
She's gonna be looking outside her window this whole time for a plane now.
Cost benefit analysis. This shit. Oh. Oh. All right. Last time on, someone gave it to me.
Give it
I
to
am
me.
so tired and a little bit drunk. I'm very sorry.
Last time on Odyssey of the Dragonlords, we very slowly came to a conclusion about what we should do about Lutheria. And then we re-entered Celine's dream. We mostly didn't party, except some of us did party a little bit. Because, you know, it's a little hard to party when we know that everybody's about to die anyway.
Eh,
But then Lutheria came, as she did before, and we challenged her to a game. The game was heads or tails, and we won.
Yay.
Thank God.
I think the
So,
personally.
so we got to ask Lutheria many questions about the world, and she answered as truthfully as possible. And it actually kind of helped clear up some things, but not everything. And then that was the end of Celine's door, and Celine got a cool magic item. I forget what the magic item was.
I think it's more trauma.
That's it.
That too.
Ooh.
The real treasure was the trauma we discovered along the way.
Fucking Greg. Ooh, trauma.
Ooh,
We'll get into your backstory, I promise.
We can do his next.
You can.
If DBZ taught me anything, is that trauma make you strong.
Only if
You know what? That
almost
is a good
died.
point.
Did I not give you your gift? Your item?
You did.
I can't remember.
I just don't remember what it was.
I don't remember where it is either. Hold on, I'm looking through my
The
appendices.
infinite cube of space and time.
Where did I
It
put
functions
it?
as a bag of holding.
Where did I put it?
Also, I think it has other features that I haven't discovered yet.
Where
It
did
holds all of your emotional baggage.
I don't think it does.
I don't think it does.
If it do, it ain't working.
I didn't put the tube in the fucking
If it do, it ain't working. Fucking love that, Alan.
All right, let me make that real quick. Ugh. That's right, you got a tube.
Cup.
Sorry. You hold this multifaceted tube in your hand, and its surface seems to shimmer and shift every time you look away. Nothing remains the same, but it always feels permanent. What would you like to do next, gang, friends?
Don't call me gang.
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 You're hurting us on purpose. Don't call
I
me
don't hurt
gang.
anybody. Ooh. I can't
I
wait.
already lost one character this week.
Yeah. We had a TPK on Monday, so
Yo.
Oof.
it was planned though.
Right.
So
it was
so
a
we'll see.
plan? How do you have a
It-
plan, TPK?
It was planned, but it was also our fault.
There were like 150 dragons.
And they were
Oh.
like, yeah, it was
Ooh.
yeah, it was interesting.
Just drop this image that I ripped off the internet
Hey,
Hell yeah.
nice.
because I am a
Noise.
content creator.
Theft is good, actually.
Theft. Great artists, good artists borrow, great artists steal. Show to players, show to everyone. Behold the tube. I'm going to put it in your
Ooh.
inventory. It's in everyone's inventory. Never mind.
Pretty sure there was a
Oh.
Marvel movie about this cube.
Put the fuck up. Put the fuck up.
Bro, you don't want to get sued. Hold on. You got to be careful
It's
now.
on Amazon. You're good. All right.
Is there no limit to this?
Depends on
Like
what
once
the
per
limit
day? Oh shit.
is. Mm-hmm.
I want a big titty goth GF. Kieran, pull it out.
Nice.
You may try.
Yo, make that too.
You'll make that too.
Oh, wait, I have a relevant meme to send in the group chat. Hold on. But while I'm looking it up, Celine, you just murdered or witnessed the murder of your entire village. You have
Well,
a cube.
Performed in it too.
Yeah,
We're
right.
all
That
actors on this great stage.
was kind of something.
Yeah, Dean, what's with you making us do traumatic things to ourselves?
You did it to yourself. You just don't remember it.
I didn't sign up for that.
Dean literally, I made a joke about this like a couple weeks ago, but it was Dean's like, "Oh, you don't have trauma? Don't worry about it.
I got you.
I will create trauma."
I'm sending it. All right. What would you guys like to do next? Your characters are standing. Sorry, let me start over. You find yourself at the Pit of Stars. There are 8 doors. No, 6 doors, right? Am I misremembering?
Yeah.
There are 6 doors. Stone doors, tall and imperial, each emblazoned with its own image etched upon the surface.
Dean, what do the doors look different for the ones we've completed?
There are 6 doors.
I vote we do Pat's door because
But we did my door.
did we do your door?
We've been through it, but we didn't do anything. We didn't solve it. We walked through it and then got slurped into the void.
Oh,
Well, that's my vote.
well, let's try it.
We do Pat's is my vote.
I don't think it'd be a bad idea. We'd at least
Yeah,
we would
okay with
learn
that.
some stuff.
All right,
Yeah, let's do it.
Pat's door it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Provis, you open your door.
What do I see?
What?
So what do I see? Kind of push.
The heavy stone doors swing open as easily as silk upon silk. As you find yourself at the edge of a jungle, a forest of some kind. Far in the distance, you see a ziggurat, tall, imposing stone structure made of roughly hewn stone brick. And it seems to twinkle with a blue starlight from the distance that you are standing. It looks to be a good 2 to 3 miles away, but there is a roughly carved dirt path winding through the forest, but seemingly heading straight for the ziggurat. Mallory's not here to correct my grammar, so I'm going to call it a ziggurat.
I mean, what else are you gonna call it? A ziggurat? Like
It doesn't matter what. That's what it's called now. It's your world.
your world, bro. You're God.
Yeah, right.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
I already have a complex.
There's no wrong answers. Whatever you say, even if you mess up, you can say the sky's made out of ham. Even for a second, it's made out of ham.
Big Dommy Mommy.
Guys made out of ham?
It's delicious.
Dang.
Straight up ham.
No.
Honey glazed?
Down west, maybe, but no.
Down west.
But you find yourself at the edge of this forest. The air is sort of thick with humidity, and the chirping of wildlife and various noises of the undergrowth sort of permeate the air. Nothing seems overtly hostile, yet the air itself feels heavy. Oh,
Is this place familiar at all?
roll perception. Just for Torvis. Give me dice. You see 2 footprints leading through the sort of muddy trail. One, a pair of boots set in heavy iron armor, it looks like, some sort of metal. And the other, a pair of claws, bipedal, walking at the same pace, side by side, leading towards the ziggurat.
I kind of want to crouch down and just kind of put my hand on the dirt and just Is there anything else I can see? Kind of walk forward and see if there's anything else.
To your right, about 500 meters along the path, you see a small, bluish, translucent crystal sticking up out of the ground.
I'm gonna kind of wave everyone over, and I'm gonna assume it's the crystals that we saw before. It's the same thing.
From the last time you were here,
At least.
yes.
Does it look?
Mysterious
Yeah.
crystals.
I saw him run over.
Is it? So I remember you saying that. How big is it?
This one's about the size of your fist.
I want to look
Baseball.
down. I don't know if this has been here long, judging how small. But I want to look back and say I'm pretty sure those tracks are mine, and I want to point at the boots. And I think those are from my friend who I was with right before I met or got transported to wherever you guys were. I want to go check out that ziggurat and see what's in there. And I'm
The
just kind of
footprints are heading.
towards
The
the
footprints
ziggurat,
are heading towards.
right?
Mhm.
Yes.
The path sort of winds a little bit, but it's mostly a straight shot. And through the clearing, you can see the ziggurat, and it peeks over the canopy.
Yeah. Or at least I'm gonna say I'm just gonna safely assume these tracks lead towards the ziggurat. And I'm not so much as asking. I'm just letting you know this is where I'm going, and I'm just gonna kind of get up, just gonna strap myself in, check my spear, and be like, all right, here we go. Just walk right. Pardon me, excuse me.
It's your world. I'll just follow you.
Okay.
I'm
As I
just
go
here for the
along-
ride.
As I go
Yeah.
along, I'll just maybe if there are any hanging vines or anything, I'll try and chop them with my spear so they're out of the way.
Show you a hanging vine.
Oh baby, I like the way the angle dangles. Hey, wait, no, hold on. You can't have kids. Don't tempt me.
What?
Greg wants to breed.
No.
Oh,
He has a breeding kink.
I'm not partial to what. Just as long as you're strong.
Okay.
Huh.
Huh.
Amazing response. Fucking top 10 responses.
I want to look back. What was that? What was it? What was it? That last memory that we went to. That big lady with the axe. Oh, mama. My mother warned me about women like her. I
Lady
was hoping she was
Demetrina?
right.
Yeah.
My mother warned me about women like her. I was hoping she was right.
I mean, you can meet her
Listen,
on...
if you if you can seduce Lutheria and get her out of the way for us, that's. But good luck with that.
Yeah, he'd have to be a simp though.
To deduce. I just wanted to have my kids.
You're 3 sub.
At the end, she'll be a bigger enemy to me than you.
Right, so you have 2 choices.
Wait.
You
What if
turn
she
back
gets her young?
and try to fuck God, or you continue on towards the ziggurat
I'd say let's continue on. You can fuck God later.
on your own time.
On your own
On your
time.
own time.
During your one-on-one ERP session with Dean.
Yeah.
I just want to think to myself and be
fam.
like, I want to think to myself and be like, but I could fuck a god. My children would be half god. Hey man, that doesn't sound that bad. That would kill my brother. That would literally kill him.
Out of jealousy or like he died?
Yes, exactly. I'm not
love the
partial to either
assumption
or, but
in this situation that I love the assumption that like you just have to want to do it and she'll be on board.
no, I'm just gonna look down and be like, look at me.
Look at
And that's all it takes.
That's all it usually. I usually gotta beat up the boyfriend or the husband, but I mean, it's not my fault they can't defend themselves.
her boyfriend's her brother though.
Oh, that's a little weird.
It's like that.
Kinky.
The girl, her father, her brother, her boyfriend.
And it's all the same.
Picture.
Well, that's only one person I gotta beat up. That helps me in the end.
Yeah, but it's Sidon. You're also a simp for him.
Oh. Yeah, well, we'll figure out the details later on. I just wanted to have my kids. Everything else can be figured out after. Right?
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
Dean's quickly like rewriting this room just to be more Lutheria.
Just big titty Goth GF painted all over the walls. Anyways.
You better not. I'll pay for a single ERP session. Don't toy with me.
You joke? I make money off that shit.
Dean's poor, bro. Don't do it.
I would like everyone to roll me perception.
Is this a sniff check or no?
Roll sniff.
Roll sniff. Ooh. Lovely.
What? Oh, the text is also
Well,
small.
thank God.
Oh.
Well, thank God I got that advantage.
It smells like salt.
Oh God, I bunch up my nose.
All right, that's everyone, right?
No, hold on.
Roll. You.
Is that good? Oh, that was actually
We'll
kind of
find
good.
out.
Okay.
You'll find out, he says.
Did anyone get inspiration?
No.
What? I thought fucking Demetrius did.
Demetrius did get inspiration. You're right.
Oh.
Come on, bro. Don't be a hater.
Bloodsickness. It smells like salt. Your nostrils flare as they sort of burn, and you find yourself scent blinded by the overwhelming flash.
Gross.
Solara, you don't see anything, but you feel a pulse. Deep within the etheric tendrils that weave through the universe, you feel everything shift and then immediately snap back.
I hear everything shift?
Feel, hear, whatever sense you prefer. It's as if the universe tries to take it. Demetrius, Celine, the ziggurat flares. There's a beacon of light that shoots straight up and vanishes in a moment, and you feel something trying to be ripped from you. You don't know if it's physical, you don't know if it's emotional or mental, but you feel something being pulled from your very being before it snaps back into your body.
Like in time with the pulses?
Yep. And it only flashes once, and in an instant it's gone.
Oh.
And it doesn't sear your vision, it doesn't leave a memory, just a deep feeling of regret.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Did anybody else feel that?
Yeah, that was weird.
Luth is currently trying to put pepper up his nose to offset the salt.
It burns. Worse.
Now I'm sneezing.
Roll 1d4 damage.
Oh, geez. What would your characters do in this situation?
I mean, I didn't feel anything, so I think I'm just gonna keep heading towards the ziggurat.
Yeah. As you get closer, you pass what we would say is about a mile's worth of travel, and you notice the crystals are increasing density.
That's the one.
Destiny 2. Where there was only one on the side of the road, now you see dozens sort of littering the pathway, growing out of the trees and increasing in size, anywhere from a penny, which you don't know what a penny is, from a coin to a sort of a basketball-esque size, which you don't know what a basketball is either, but basketball-esque size. And they start to encroach upon the muddy path. Once haunting the edges, now easing their way into the center of the path. As you approach closer, it becomes hard to step without getting close to a crystal. You find yourself at near about a mile away from the ziggurat, and these crystals sort of litter the pathway. You have to gingerly step to avoid stepping on them. What would you like to do? Continue? Perish?
That's an option.
Look at my cat?
I always want to look at your cat.
My cat's digging through. What are you doing, buddy? Get out of here.
Characters like to do this. Or I can just advance the plot and we can just say whatever happens.
Yeah, I don't got much.
Yeah, this is our second time here, and we've learned nothing more about what these crystals are. So,
Yeah. I think if anything, just point out that they seem to be getting bigger.
At
Are we
this
still
point,
following tracks?
the tracks are almost covered by the crystals sort of like crisscrossing across the way, but they are still visible beneath it.
Gotcha.
Same tracks.
Does it look like the tracks were there first and then the crystal spread over them? Or
Yeah.
that they stepped over? Okay. Interesting.
Wait, what was the answer to that? I didn't hear that.
Here's the tracks happen first, and then the crystals begin growing out of them.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Not originating from them, but the crystals came after the tracks.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Okay. At this point, if you wish to proceed, you're gonna have to make a skill check to not trip over the crystals, because there's so many of them littering the path.
Okay.
That skill will be dance,
The dance skill?
Dance!
which can be whatever the fuck you want to interpret that is.
Medicine?
No, not that one.
Nature?
Can I go with
Maybe.
athletics?
No, it's just gonna be a dexterity save.
GFE performance.
Not this time.
Damn it.
Oh, shoot.
So you're all. Syl takes a step forward and gracefully steps around the crystals, sort of weaving her way forward. Petrobus does a very similar maneuver, albeit with his more dense mass. He still manages to ease his way across. Celine glides across this crystal sea.
And can I choose to just like walk on all fours because cow?
You're gonna you can make.
I'll roll the dex. I'll roll the dex anyways. I just.
You're gonna roll at disadvantage.
Why disadvantage?
That's 4 things touching the ground rather than.
But cow. All right, whatever.
Well-
just keep it.
He's got a
Well-
point. He's got a point.
No, just keep it.
No. Wait.
No.
No.
You said no. I didn't want it.
Justify your choice.
Because cow. Because I am half cow.
Half cow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Have you ever seen a cow gracefully walk on 2 legs?
Yeah, so
Very top
that's so.
heavy.
Yeah,
So
back
it's
at the
been real.
barnyard.
So it's been
Focus.
real difficult so far, and I haven't fallen yet. But no.
I'm already looking at a critical fail, so re-roll on
Why
all
are you?
fours.
Why are you looking at a critical fail?
All right, it's 2 critical fails. No.
Hmm.
Okay. Celine, you're fine. Still, Petrobus. Demetrius, are you not progressing, or are you just going to watch this unfold? And Solara, are you going to walk forward, or are you going to start watch?
Still already wrong.
Where did she? Oh, still's fine. Demetrius
I
is
was the
also fine. You're right. Math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The majority of the party easily makes their way through the dense network of crystals, like a bull in a china shop. Luth plows through the crystals, knocking them aside with his horns, sort of snorting and sniffling the whole way through as the pepper still lingers in his nose. Luth, roll me a Constitution saving throw. You find yourself racked with an intense mental pain as your body sort of convulses and you are born witness to memories and experiences and lifetimes. You see yourself, but not the self you know, standing in the middle of a battlefield, your friend, your comrade, slain before you from an explosion to the north. Shrapnel pierces his chest, sending him splintering into pieces as you are now covered with the blood of one you once called brother, and you snap back to reality.
This has not been a good day for Luke so far.
You then fall unconscious.
Yikes.
Those of you who have made your way sort of through the field see Luth sort of or whatever noise Minotaurs makes, and then slump forward into a small patch of mud.
Oh,
But he's
I'm gonna-
unequivocally unconscious. Like,
He
is
is.
he?
Oh
Is
Lord!
he down?
Oh, he's sleeping. He's sleeping.
He's sleeping.
I'm gonna go back and help him.
Will be Dex to not slip and fall.
Alright.
Roll for me. You basically backflip over the fucking crystals. You fucking glorious animal, you. But you make your way through this sort of maze, and you sort of prop Luth up. In his sleep, he's muttering something about coordinates and fire, but it doesn't make any sense to you. You sort of prop to his feet. You can sort of usher him along, try to wake him up, or just leave him for dead, because death is never a permanent thing.
I'll try and wake him up. I'll give him, I'll shake him a little bit. Okay, buddy, you okay? You all right?
Luth, you sort of come to, snapped from your experience into the reality you now behold before you.
Great. Sorry to pass out, and then I would like to continue.
You guys are
Lexi,
nearly...
are you okay?
Yeah, my senses have all been screwed up since the salt.
And the pepper.
I thought salt and pepper usually go well together.
See, I don't think of pepper. In character still says. See, I don't think of pepper as the antithesis of salt. They're just merely coexist together in a pretty significant harmony. Why did you snort so much pepper?
Because I snorted so much salt.
I think Sil's got a point. They don't cancel each other out. They just
Well,
they just
now I know that.
Okay.
You see Honora behind you starting to take her own salt and pepper shakers and start sniffing them, one in each nostril.
Nora, please don't do that.
What? Ah,
It's just,
Does that
it's
feel
not-
good?
It's going to hurt more than it helps.
oh. You guys are about half a mile away from the base of the ziggurat. The crystals are basically like even. It's a maze. It's a dense maze. They've grown from the size of a coin all the way up to the size of a large cat. And they sort of dot the landscape. You can still progress, but it's a lot harder to make your way. At the front of the stone ziggurat, you see a set of doors etched in these runic symbols that sort of cross the entire threshold. And you see it's nearly encroached with crystals entirely, but it looks like you could still open it.
I'll try and open it.
Wait,
Is that-
if we try to open it by touching the crystals, then we're gonna start feeling memories again, right?
Yeah.
Well, you have to get to the
Right.
door first. You're still a ways away, and you have another like threshold to cross of like
Gotcha.
crysties.
But just don't touch it with your bare hands.
I mean, you can try.
And as best we can tell, this is where the tracks are leading.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm,
Do you need more deck saves?
Do you want to roll more dex saves?
I don't want
No.
to, but I want to continue.
All right, if
Wait,
you want to get to the door, please
I'm
roll me a
trying to find
dexterity
dex.
saving throw. This time, the saving DC is 15. Get a 16 or higher to win. 15 is a fail. Good.
I'll
Bad.
re-roll that with
Bad.
inspiration.
I
Bad.
have fuck you. I have advantage on deck saves. I forgot about that. I have advantage on deck saves.
Show me the thing because I forget how it's worded, but I'm gonna allow it this time because that makes sense. So
Using my inspiration. Nope.
Yeah, I'll bite. Luth, you and Petrova's basically like hand in hand skip across the field like maidens through flowers. I don't know, like fucking.
With
what's-
my crit, can I bring Demetrius?
You may allow Demetrius to re-roll for a third time.
I'll do that.
Okay. Hey!
The three
There
of
we
you,
go.
hand in hand, skip down the yellow brick road, leaving the other two in the dust.
Rip.
Celine, Syl, pick your flavor.
Spicy. Give me the heat.
You work. You find yourself in an office, plucking away at what you would know as a player as a typewriter, but as something familiar to you yet unfamiliar all the same. As you pluck away at it, bemoaning your lot in life, wishing that you had that promotion, wishing you had another chance, maybe go talk to that girl again, maybe find something different, maybe listen to your parents as you sort of commiserate what landed you in a cubicle in a city in the far corners of the world. You feel heat. And out the window you see a shockwave and a flash of light so bright you think you're staring directly at the sun. As the light overwhelms you, you feel the flesh seared from your very bone, your eyes melted from their sockets. As the world crumbles around you, it is torn away to ash and dust, and you are no more. And after you are gone, you hear the sound of a bomb.
what?
You hear the sound of a what?
A bomb, a boom, a
B-O-M-B.
bomb.
Yes.
B-O-M-B, yes.
A bomb.
Big old boom boom.
It's okay,
Love
dude. That was clear.
Celine, pick your flavor.
Apple cinnamon.
I like that. That apple cinnamon's good.
Can I retroactively get apple cinnamon? That sounds
The bomb is
tasty.
apple cinnamon flavored. You are sitting in a cafe. You're wearing your best outfit. You've done your hair. You think you look fucking hot, and you're waiting in your favorite little cafe in the corner of the world. Just finished with classes, and you're waiting. You're waiting, and the minutes tick by. The sun starts to go down at a certain point, and the cold air feels even colder as you're sipping what must be your third cup of tea at this point. Minutes turn into hours, and at a certain point you realize he's probably not going to show up at this point. I need both of you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Sheesh. 18.
Okay. Celine, you fall unconscious, convulsing and frothing at the mouth as you feel this memory overtake you. Still, you shudder and you hold your head as you feel something being forced into your mind, but you resist. And you come to, and you see Celine crumple into the ground. The married triplet couple skipping down the road, you sort of hear this crash as crystals go flying as Celine crashes into the ground.
I go to grab her so she doesn't fall and hit her head.
You do so. You sort of pick her up, dodging the crystals as you go, as you hold her from eating mud, and she is basically like twitching and muttering something, but you can't make out. It doesn't even sound like it's common.
What does it sound like? I speak other languages.
What languages do you speak?
Let's see. I speak Draconic,
No.
Elvish, and
No.
Goblin.
No.
Okay. I hear gibberish then.
You hear Gerber
Never mind.
Hooper.
Touche.
Do Syl and Celine need help?
I don't know, Grandma.
Do I see Luth and Demetrius up ahead and Petrobus?
Yes. Yes.
Or are we effectively on our own?
No, they're not that far ahead. They're basically
Okay,
at the doors, but you are within walking distance where the walking not covered with crystals.
Yeah, I call for help. I call for their aid.
Okay. The three of you, roll me perception. Yes. Yes. Yes! The three of you hear Celine, Syl call for help, but you also notice that the crystals encroaching upon the door are still growing. You realize within the next minute or so, the door will be completely covered.
Oh, that's our challenge. I'm gonna tell Pat and Demetrius to continue, and I'll wait with, and I'll try to help out Syl and Celine.
No. You're strong. You get the door. I think I can help them out.
I'm not touching the door. Get
I'm
through
not,
it.
I'm not
Get
touching the door either, but
get-
these can, and I hope these can. I'm gonna point at our weapons.
well, better you get through it before it closes. All of these doors seem to have a time limit. Maybe this is the time limit for this.
Demetrius looks back at Syl and Celine.
And cast Fireball.
Put them out their misery.
Hey, I mean, if it blows the crystals away.
Oh.
You're right. This is a great idea.
Do you have any spells that let you fly?
Need fly, but Sil, is there a clear spot somewhere near you?
There is a small patch that was cleared when Celine put her face into the mud.
Going to dimension door to that patch.
You do so. You open
What?
reality, step through it, falling through the void until you find yourself standing face to face with an unconscious Celine and a haggard Sil.
Here, I can take her off your hands, and then you can make your way over to the door with the rest of them.
Get fucked.
That would be fantastic.
I grab Celine, and then dimension door lets me take another person with me, so I
Yep.
dimension door.
Bold of you to assume she's a person.
Wow,
You do
I
so.
don't think that's bold at all.
You do so. You step through the portal and you find yourself back at the door in an instant. Sil, would you like to join your friends and comrades?
I move.
And Sil, like, from where Sil is, can Sil jump to me, and then I will yeet Sil to the other side, maybe jumping and bypassing the rest of the crystals entirely.
If both of you can make athletics checks and both of you pass my hidden DC of whatever the fuck number it's going to be, then yes.
Sil, do you want to just try jumping, and then I'll yeet you across?
Yeah.
Or maybe just jumping to me, and I will be the backboard.
That sounds good.
Dogma.
Yeah. What kind of role did you want for that, Dean?
Athletics or acrobatics? I'll
I'm
let you have your choice.
I'm not gonna yeet Sil. I will, however, catch Sil.
Okay, athletics for you then.
Okay, I'm also gonna roll athletics.
Look at that +8. Come on, guys.
Well,
Sheesh.
Flex, it would have been a
You-
really nice catch. Your form was impeccable. You were ready. Your stance was perfect. Silara fell 4 feet short,
Yikes.
and
Yikes
she couldn't
is
even
right.
grab onto your horns as you leaned forward.
I'm gonna tell Pat. I'm like, you should keep going. This is gonna take a bit.
Sil, roll me a Constitution saving throw as you eat crystal and mud.
Dang. Constitution.
All right, pick your flavor.
Fudge brownie.
Their smoke
Give it
alarm
to me
is
straight, Doc.
going off. You thought this would
That's
be a really
wonderful.
easy recipe to follow, but clearly something went fucking wrong. Your husband grabs the fire extinguisher as you are frantically screaming. He is also screaming. The oven is on fire. The dog is barking. He manages to put the fire out, but whatever remains of that recipe is no longer what could be remotely considered a brownie or fudge. As you have scorched the entire kitchen, the linoleum floors have curled up in response to the intense heat, and you now realize you're on to pay several hundreds of dollars to replace the oven that you've just destroyed.
I could care
Hey.
less. I have a dog.
Dale, you're in this story.
What's the dog doing? But you manage to maintain your consciousness as reality tries to break itself upon you like a wave upon a ship. You plow straight through it. You find yourself standing a few feet short of Luth, dazed and reeling, but alive.
My grandma.
The rest of you, what are you doing? You stand before a door. Celine, you are sleeping against Demetrius' arms, still fitfully dreaming about whatever reality you've concocted or borne witness to.
Demetrius is going to try to shake Celine awake.
You do so, and she sort of like, you nearly poke your eye out on her horn, but you shake her awake, and she sort of like comes to in much of the way someone wakes from a nightmare in a cold sweat with a gasp, as startled. What the fuck are you doing? Jesus Christ. And a startled yelp. Celine, you
Dude,
are
you look
conscious.
so comfy.
I'm so fucking cozy right now. Look at my fucking cat. Hi, Slinky.
Mama.
But you awake, and reality feels cold.
Celine, welcome back. We need to figure out how to get this door open.
Ah, how did I get here?
Magic.
Crystals
Come on.
encroach upon the door. You realize you only have maybe moments before it's completely sealed, and there's no way to reach the door without touching the crystals themselves.
How does it look like the door has like handles?
Nope.
How big?
The door is about 7 feet tall.
Oh, okay. It's not that bad.
It is a two rectangles next to each other in a square hole.
Can I push on a part of it without crystals?
Yeah,
Yes,
can I
you
try and,
may.
like,
Do we think it's a push door? It's a push door.
It's
Think of it.
always a push door, I say, as I'm trying to like grab onto the Sill's hands. It's always every door is a push door if you push hard enough.
point?
Celine, roll me athletics.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
The door does not budge. The crystals encroach further.
Can I try?
Can I get
You
some help?
may. Roll me athletics. As you boldly punch the door, nearly breaking Celine's finger, as the door swings open with a violent crash, sending his crystal shards splintering all over the place.
I'm gonna try and squeeze my way through.
Squeeze your way through, but you have to make a dexterity check to not get hit by the falling shards of crystal. You use your armor to boldly block the crystals as you dive through the door, which quickly begins to swing shut against its own weight. You find yourself. What did you actually? What did the rest of you guys do?
Can I wait before as I'm passing through? Can I kind of like place my spear in the way, kind of keeping the door open and hopefully keeping the crystals from continuing to grow?
You can keep the door open. You wedge your spear between the stone doors, and you feel it start to crack and bend as the weight of the stone doors desires, begs to be put back together. As you feel it being pulled shut, but there is a gap. There is an opening about as wide as the shaft of your spear.
That's not good.
Shaft.
Luth, you better get here quickly.
What's the word with Solara?
You have to both of you have to beat a DC 7 athletics check.
To what?
What?
To what? To yeet her across, or
to reach the door for both of you? We'll say that.
I try
DC
really
7
hard.
athletics?
Yes.
Oh shoot! I clicked the wrong thing.
You did
Okay.
it. You did it.
My-
I did it.
My proficiency is 8. Plus 8. All I had to do was just like not roll a 1.
How dramatic on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would like, so there's a door opening, right?
Yep.
Like there's an opening that we can slide through momentarily.
Yes, in the split second that Petrobus slips through.
I'm going to ask, I'm like, hey Sil, get real small, and I'm just gonna yeet Sil through the door and then leap in after Sil. It was the
Okay.
original plan, just with more steps.
Sil, how small do you get?
I mean, I feel like that's an acrobatics thing. Probably.
No, you already passed. I'm just trying to ask how dramatic you want it to be.
Oh, I get as small as I can be. I like curl up in the fetal position. I'm tucking my head in. I'm hugging my knees. I'm a small old woman. I get even smaller.
Takes off her arms and her legs and be like, okay, hold on.
All right.
I don't do that.
You know how
Nothing for the cause.
Thor flies by throwing his hammer?
Yeah.
It's like that. You wind up in yeet Sil, and the momentum, I don't understand how. The physics of it are magical. Suck my fucking toe. The momentum of a Syl flying forward carries the 300, 400-pound Luth forward as both of you go barreling through the door just before it shuts, cracking,
That's incredible.
and shattering Patrobus' spear in twain. As the three of you are now within this temple in the darkness, as you feel a pulsing light from the head.
I kind of want to pick up the splinters of my spear and be like, "Oh, I like this thing."
I think it'll come back.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully.
All right, what we got
Oh, well.
next?
Those of you on the outside do it first.
So I lost my +1 spear. What a shame.
So the door's closed all the way now?
It is closed all the way. You have a few moments before the crystals cover it in its entire. Actually, no. You have another few minutes. It looks like, because Petrobus broke through the crystals and they're starting to regrow.
Well, we better try pushing again.
Is there anything
Demetrius
else?
will. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask if there's anything else interesting going on the outside of the ziggurat, like anything else I can see that might be interesting to look at.
The investigation or perception. It's really your choice. The ziggurat is made of stone. You're not quite sure what kind of stone. Unfortunately, your dwarf friend with stone cutting is not present. But it doesn't even look cut. It literally looks like someone ripped blocks of stone out of the very ground and slammed them together. And yet, all around you, you hear, amidst all the chaos, about the crystal shattering and the doors, nothing. The animalistic sounds you once heard in the forest are dead quiet. Not even the heartbeat of your own exasperated chest you can hear. Everything is muffled. And there's not a single natural sound in the area.
Does the landscape look familiar at all, like in terms of like the kinds of plants that I'm seeing and stuff, like the biome?
It's definitely some sort of rainforest of some kind. It's a jungle, but you're not too sure where. Because on all of Thylia, the only places that would have a jungle like this would be islands. Or a forest like this dense with like tropical plants.
Interesting. And there's no other doors?
Not from where you're saying. You're already at the front of the ziggurat, and you didn't see any while approaching on the other side. You don't know what the back side of the ziggurat looks like.
The whole thing is covered in crystals?
No. You
Just the
approached
door?
from the south side of it. As you walked up to it, the path is basically a straight shot, so you can sort of see the other side, but you can't see if there's any other features.
Yeah, I just is the whole thing covered in crystals?
No. Just
Is there a way to
door.
is there a way to see where they started spreading from?
I'll say with your critical hit, it came from the ziggurat. And you look
From the
closer to the
inside?
door. Yes. It looks like the crystals are growing from the inside, seeping through the cracks and growing out of the cracks.
Okay. I'd like to help Demetrius push open the door.
Both of you roll me athletics.
Let us push.
I'm gonna help as well.
Are we
What?
there? Oh, we are there?
No, you guys are on the inside.
Oh, right.
Oh, gotcha.
And there is no door handle.
Can we pull?
There is no door
Oh,
Can I-
I see what
Can
you
I
mean.
push?
There's no door
handle.
handle.
You can. Roll an opposed athletics check against the other two.
So this is to push to swing it open.
Yes.
The way you does
I'm gonna rage, so this is with advantage.
Go for it. You have
Athletics,
to beat a
athletics.
17. You beat a 17.
I beat
Well-
a 17.
As Celine and Demetrius, you sort of feel the door starting to budge, and then you hit a brick wall, and then that brick wall turns into a fucking bullet train as the door swings towards you, as you see a very angry Minotaur hissing and raging as the door slams open to its full width. There's now a
Hey.
giant angry Minotaur.
Hey, come on in.
Thank you. Ugh. Demetrius will walk in.
I told you, every door is a push door.
For you.
Well, works so far, right? We pushed everything else.
Enter the ziggurat. This isn't a very decorative place. You see stone columns sort of lining the path, leading straight towards what this seems to be this dim flickering light that seems to be growing in intensity. The stone floors are polished, smooth, the bricks laid with an intense precision that befits a master stonemason. Seamlessly, they seem to guide you towards this light, polished in such a way that it reflects, and you see the walls refracting every speck of light. The halls echo with your footsteps against cold stone, but impossible to miss is the low humming of something very powerful and very ancient. The light ahead pulses and flickers like a candle about to rage into a bonfire.
Is there still any trace of the cracks we saw?
Perhaps? No, not anymore.
No mud on the floor, no nothing like that. Okay.
Nothing of the sort. It is immaculate. That light seems just within reach and yet so far away. What would you like to do next?
Okay, so I think I've got this throwing people thing down. Let me know if y'all need help.
Kind of want to look around. Is there any? Mm,
Let me describe it like this. You see stone columns, what seems to be lining what would appear to be a path. The light from the dim, flickering energy ahead illuminates about a 8 foot wide strip of light against the stones, which this strip of light is lined by these stone columns leading up into an ad infinitum. It seems to go on forever, and yet that light seems so close. Closer.
Is the path covered in crystals, or is the path clear of crystals?
It is completely clear, polished stone.
Okay.
Are there any crystals in here?
Nope.
Weird.
kind of look around and be like, I don't see any other way. I'm just gonna start walking towards the light.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Say yeah. Nothing bad will ever happen to you.
Correct.
We're gonna go back in time, right? I really like that spear.
I'm pretty sure.
Who knows?
Petrobus,
Yeah,
what are you doing?
yeah, I think so.
Okay. You press forward. The sound of your metal boots against the halls of empty silence echo. And yet beneath it all, you hear a faint siren song. A song that reminds you of a very long travel with a very old friend. A journey that you thought would have no end. A somber one. A song that sings of all the last chapter of every book. The last time you turn the page. A song that remembers what has been. And this echoes mournfully throughout the cavern. And it gets louder as you approach the light, which now flickers, no longer flickering, roaring with an intense inferno. You can sort of make it out. The structure of it is crystalline in nature, floating above the ground, humming with this unbridled energy. What would you like to do?
All muted. I think I know. I think I can kind of feel where I think I know what I'm doing, and I feel like this, or at least I'm hoping this is the right thing to do. I'm just gonna keep going and pray, I guess.
I'm gonna continue to follow.
I'm
Pick
just
your god.
basically gonna be like, I hope. I'm just like, I'm in my head. I'm just like, I don't know if you're a god, demon, or whatever, but God, I hope this is the right choice.
You step. And step by tenuous step, you find yourself facing yourself. A mirror reflection, you see yourself holding onto the winged arm of one you once called friend, as she is being drawn towards the ether. Her song sings of what could have been the adventures you would have had not this thing taken her, grasped her, and drawn her in. You see yourself being thrown towards this vortice of energy, but she knocks you out of the way, dives, takes your place in the timeline, and is drawn within. And in a flash, you see a crystalline structure. A prison made of translucent glass surrounds this siren as she stands, face contorted with pain, a mournful song upon her lips, never to be heard again, as you fall plummeting, as the world around you, all of you, caves. The ziggurat breaks open and you see the night sky. The night sky quickly turns to day, to dawn, to dusk, and no rhyme or reason as the ziggurat, the floor, caves away. Everything opens up into a massive pit. The crystal gently, and then albeit all too suddenly, plummeting into the darkness, taking that figure with it. As those of you who were not close to the epicenter see, a massive pit has formed in the middle of this forest. And around this pit, just before you fall in, you see 8 stone doors, tall and imperial. Petrobus, you watch yourself fall into this pit and vanish as you yourself quickly succumb.
Oh,
See, I told y'all, trauma makes you strong.
The number of crystals has grown. You find the cold waters lapping against your ankles and soon to be your knees as reality sort of caves in around you. Sort of splash your way, gasping as you rise from the waves. This place all too familiar yet too strange. You know the walls are closing in. What would your characters like to do?
so how did we? What could we have done differently?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what else there was to do there. Nothing else seemed to stand out at all.
Like, we got there. Like, did we need to get there quicker? Did we get there too quick? Like,
I don't like
about timing.
nothing about timing aside from the door seemed
yeah.
to be a factor. Like last time we didn't get through the door, and I'm not sure why that time. This time we got into the door, but the ziggurat collapsed. Know if it's a timing thing? I don't know how we get there faster if it is.
We don't trip. We also
We fell.
we all went to the All of the Light.
Should it have only been Pat?
I don't know.
Maybe?
Dean, in the Pit of Stars.
Yeah.
The walkway that takes us to the 8 stone doors kind of circles sort of down into the pit, right? Along the edge. Does it circle down or is it kind of
Pit of Stars. Hold on. Where did I put it? In the bookshelf. The book manifests in the void. It flips itself open to chapter. Oh, it's already bookmarked. You come to the edge of a vast pit that engulfs the center of an island. Beyond the edge of the pit, you can see a black void filled with bright stars, and a narrow stone staircase winds its way down along the edge of the pit, leading to a door-sized opening in the rock. And around the pit, you see 8 stone doors, tall and imperial. That's what you would have seen if you were not in limbo right now. Do you
Right.
submit to the waves, or do you stay here?
Is there anything else here? Anything besides the crystals?
Large man-sized crystals and one that you broke.
I didn't realize it was already 9:17.
Oh shit! Yeah, we should probably
Oh,
go.
dang.
I'm good to find a stopping point and then just call it for the night.
Me too.
Dean,
Yeah.
the Pit of Stars, does it look like your robe?
Oh, Dean is the Pit of Stars.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Last time we went through this, I wasn't here, right? I think that was one of the times that I had to leave.
Yes, you were unconscious.
Yeah, you fell unconscious.
So this time I do want to look like visibly like upset. Like
You are visibly upset.
yes.
Well, so
Sorry that you're
It's-
getting frustrated, Pat.
something feels wrong.
The fact that I'm not there.
Petrobus, you remember. Roll me. No, don't roll. Just remember. The roles were switched. There's a reason you're tied to the island. And there's a reason she's not here anymore. Something is wrong. You were looking at a fucking funhouse mirror of the reality you once knew, but you can't quite place, at least not in normal words, what happened and what's wrong. The waves overtake you and you find yourself at the Pit of Stars at the center of the island.
Does the Sphinx have any knowledge? The Sphinx does have knowledge as to what's in our doors, right? Because the
Yeah.
Sphinx has helped us before.
I do.
Can we ask the Sphinx? Can I ask the Sphinx?
Sure.
Hey, could you, like, what did we do wrong then? Also, do you like currency? You've helped us a bunch. Would you like a gold coin?
Sure. Let's answer your question. And not with another question, but you've already had this question answered to you by a friend of yours, I presume. You've met in the last one. The island of time is reality is thin. You are looking at other timelines where things are different, maybe altered, or not happening the exact same way, or maybe X person was where Y person was supposed to be, the wrong place, the right time. You're looking at a reality, just not the one you call home, not the one that we exist in right now. But the walls are thin, so you're glimpsing at what it could have been, or could be, but is not the history that has already been written for you.
So the two pieces in Pat's room are Pat and the lady.
Yes.
In this one, the lady sacrificed herself to save
Yes.
in the room.
Yes.
So
My
it
best
looks
bet is that some Pat has to fix that.
or I mean Pat because Pat ended up in the crystal, maybe he sacrifices himself to save her.
Maybe this Pat has to push past Pat in before she can go in.
That's some real Harry
Okay,
Potter
how
shit.
do we get
That is
to the
real Harry
ziggurat
Potter
faster?
shit.
Because all we saw of the other version of Pat and his friend tracks. We never saw them. How can we get to the ziggurat ahead of them, or in time to stop whatever they're doing?
we can use the cube of infinite space and time to get a big old sled and then just have me run through all the crystals and you guys just keep me awake with magic or otherwise.
We don't have magic that keeps you awake, right?
I cast
You got-
Fist.
you got magic.
That sounds horrific.
I willingly subject
sound
myself to as many traumatic memories as possible.
I can
Go for it.
I can toss all of you one by one. Just I mean, it's not going to be a fun landing, but that's the quick way to do it.
I also think we didn't get there that late last time. We saw it all happen. And on this run, we stopped to look at crystals and things. And we could just we could all try to get to the door, but instead of waiting, if people fall behind, whoever gets there first can just keep going.
Except for Pat,
Yeah,
who needs to get there.
Pat's the one we got to get there.
Yeah.
Pat,
Lexi can just throw Pat.
Pat, how are you feeling?
And I wondered what happened to her, but I didn't think something like this.
Right. So it seems that next time we come on, I'm going to drink a potion that I've had in my inventory that I've been excited to use, and I'm just gonna fucking rapid fire you all to the other side of the room. Ian, what are you doing?
Snake.
What?
The snake.
Oh, okay.
That sounds like an idea. You can certainly try.
Cool. We can who's the smallest one? We can have the smallest person hold the rope, and then someone holds the other end of the rope, and then I toss that other person across the room. And then we shimmy across.
That would take a long time.
Yeah, I also have wild shape.
Say again, Alan, what did you say?
That would take a long time to shimmy.
Yeah.
How about a
Oh,
shuffle?
alright. How much time do we have to set up a zip line?
As much time in the world as we need.
No, we don't.
No,
How
we
long-
don't.
From when we entered to the door to when we got to the door of the ziggurat, how long did that take us?
At the pace you were going,
Yes.
3 hours. Because
Okay.
it was 3 miles away.
Oh, are you including in that math the fact that I make us walk at double speed?
It took you a while to get through the maze. Your travel speed slowed down considerably when you had to dodge the crystals for 1.5 miles. But yes.
Okay, well, step 1, jog the first 1.5 miles. Boom.
Dean, are you considering the fact that I have maze vision, which doesn't help us in this exact example, but I am a minotaur in a maze?
Remind me next time you can get advantage of dodging the fucking crystals, I guess. I don't know.
It doesn't give me anything. It's just the explanation as to why I have dark vision.
No.
And then
Lore-wise, it makes sense, and it's funny, so maybe.
Okay, cool.
Mazes and
Maze-like
hypnotic
puzzles.
patterns.
Gelmy's sitting there like, wow, I didn't think I'd get this far.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have
honestly.
advantage on skill checks made to solve maze-like puzzles.
To be
Easy.
clear, every day Dean lets me use my sniffers for advantage on a perception roll. I'm already riding high. Like the rest of it is just gravy.
Maybe. But those are options.
All right,
Well,
sounds
fun.
good. I'm gonna go log off. Y'all have a good rest of your nights. Greg, stay on for like another half hour until just pretend like you're still playing D&D so that your wife don't get upset.
Damn.
Too late. I made her
Too-
soup. I made her soup. She's okay.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Good soup.
Bye.
Not Gelmy.
Good night.
All right, well, I'm in the kitchen, so I can't leave. But good night, everyone. GG.
It's out another time.
Later.
Later.
Quietly into the night we go. I'm not going to take notes. I'm tired and drunk. So, have fun with that. Past, future me.